Aí eu fico com a página do YouTube aberta, né?
Aí vai aparecer online, aqui ó, começando, já começou. Ok, então, pessoal, hello, welcome to Melhore Seu Inglês, bem-vindos ao Melhore Seu Inglês, nosso canal no YouTube. Hoje estou aqui minha guest, minha special guest, a Raísa, minha aluna
Hello.
linda, linda and super smart, oh my God. Eu espero que hoje ela fale sobre o que ela está estudando, né, Raísa? Vai falar um pouquinho, eu adoro. Então, hoje a ideia é uma aula normal, assim, é uma aula extra. É o que eu estava falando com ela, que normalmente eu peço para o aluno compartilhar a tela dele, né, do aluno. Mas hoje é minha tela aqui que vai aparecer. E aí, se você quiser, Raíssa, qualquer coisa, qualquer link que eu abra aqui, você me passa pelo chat, tá bom?
Ok.
Very good. Então é isso aí, let's start. Okay, so I pasted a link here. Let me transform this into a link. This is for the article. Let me open your, oh my God.
Where?
Do you have your spreadsheet? Is it open?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
can you send me the link, because my favorites are hidden.
Wait a minute.
So we have this document here on Google Drive that we use with all the students, and we use the spreadsheet too to help guide the course and keep track of what's happening, of what the students are studying. And this is the document. We're going to take a look at this grammar point. I put a link here. If we have time, I'm sure we'll talk about this too. This is just a random article, aleatório, okay, Raísa? And we can choose other articles here too. So, let me see if I can. Eu vou abrir aqui, ó. No, I think it's better for you.
What?
Yeah, to send me the link of the spreadsheet.
Again?
It's here already. Let me see.
Yes.
Não chegou não. Deixa eu ver. Meeting chat? Tá. Ok. Onde será que isso vai abrir? Deixa eu ver. Ok, nice. I think this is the first time I do this. I click on the link. Okay. So, grammar. Last time we took a look at present perfect simple, past perfect. And
Yes.
But today you put
Past perfect simple.
Past present, né? Hoje é present,
Yes,
né?
sorry, present perfect simple, yes.
Ó, só um instantinho que eu tô te escondendo aqui, peraí. Deixa eu diminuir esse negócio aqui pra não ter problema. Ai, não esconde demais. Tá, deixa assim. Yeah, so let's start with grammar. Okay. Present perfect simple. So first, tell me about the structure, the construction. I always ask this. What do you remember? What do we do to the verb? How do we change the verb to put it in this tense in the affirmative?
So you need to put the verb has or have.
Yes.
With the principal verb.
Yeah.
I forgot the
past.
After past, yes.
Past participle.
Past participle. Yes,
that's right. Past participle.
Yes.
Remember that the past participle is the third form of the verb, right? So if it's a regular verb, it ends in ed. If it's a irregular verb, it's the third form. You have to memorize it. And I think that's it. And that will, the Macmillan will, is good for that. It helps you memorize those three forms. So here it's exactly that, have or has plus past participle.
Participle, yes.
In the affirmative. Yes. What about the negative?
And the negative is hasn't plus the verb in the participle.
Past participle.
Past participle. Hasn't or haven't.
Exactly.
The verb in past participle.
Yes. And the question?
The question, you put the has or have before the subject of the phrase.
Yeah, and then the past participle. This is the structure. Now let's take a look at the usage before we take a look at the exercises. So when do we use this tense?
An action that has just been completed.
This is one usage, and in this case we tend to use just. If it's finished recently, we use just. For example, if this action here, can you see the document?
Wait.
Open the document because I have it open too.
Uh-huh.
The first sentence is, I have printed a document. To show that this action happened recently, we use just. I have just printed a document. So with this, I show that the action happened recently, very recent past.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you want to say about the usage, how to use this?
Let me see.
Before I add some things.
Completed action with influence on the present.
Yes, this is the main idea of the present perfect. So the perfect tenses, they connect usually 2 points in time. You can think roughly this way. In the case of the present perfect, the connection is between the past and the present.
Mm-hmm.
So it's usually an action that is finished, completed in the past. We don't know when. And the action, the results of the action, the effects of the action or the action itself are very important now in the present. So we need this somehow in the present, this information in the present. This is the difference from the past simple. Is it clear for you? So in the past simple.
No, yes. I'm thinking about the structure.
You remember, right? So the past simple
is
a more narrative tense. It's disconnected from the present. And we use the past simple to talk about a sequence of events in the past or about a routine in the past. But all these events, they are completed events too, but they have no connection with the present. So, and we say when this action happened. Or the context makes it obvious. But anyway, we know when the action happened. So usually we use a time expression like yesterday, last year, last month, 10 years ago. So this is the past simple, right?
Okay.
But the present perfect connects the action with the present. So we cannot say the action, if the action is completed, the time when the action happened is not relevant here, it's not important. So we don't say it.
Okay.
So, for example, let's take a look at the exercises here. Here's the first one.
Wait.
Okay.
The second question?
I can read the first again.
Okay. I have printed a document.
Yes.
He has asked a question.
Right.
He have bought some biscuits. Ella and Carrie have danced.
Right.
Nancy has carried that have bag all the way home.
Yes. So why? Using this verb tense, we know that all these actions are important now. If they were not important, we would have used past simple and a time expression. So the first one, for example, would be I printed. Right? Yes, I printed a document yesterday.
Yes.
I printed a document yesterday. It doesn't matter now. I'm just telling you. I print like, oh, the printer is not working anymore. It's strange because I printed the document yesterday. And
okay.
I can say the printer has stopped working. Stopped working. But I have printed a document shows that the document is important now. Somehow, in some contexts, right? He has asked the question means that, so it's a completed action in the past. He asked the question, but it's relevant now. Like he needs an answer. He's waiting for an answer. Nobody has answered him yet. He has asked the question. So what is the answer now, right? Something like that. And then number 3, we have bought some biscuits. It shows that the biscuits are important now. Somehow, in some kind of context, like we are going out for a picnic. So we have bought some biscuits. We are taking the biscuits with us. This is an example.
Okay.
Alan and Carrie have danced. I don't know. Can you think of a context for this sentence? Maybe they're tired now, right? Maybe they're tired now. Actually, in
Yes.
this case, if there is this kind of consequence, the continuous form would be even better. Like Alan and Carrie have been dancing. This is why they're tired now. And the last one, Lance has carried the heavy bag all the way home, is just to show that, for example, if somebody asks, where is the bag? Or the bag was too heavy, I couldn't carry it back home. So, Lance has done it. He has carried it back home.
Okay.
So we don't have this in Portuguese. It's we get the idea slowly by doing exercises, by paying attention. You already know that, right, Raísa? You do that. You read a lot in English. You listen to podcasts a lot. Yeah. So this is important. Keep doing that. And also because many times using these passive skills, listening and reading, we kind of internalize the structures and the idea and the context without having to memorize the theory too much.
Yes, and this structure is so useful. I see a lot of time I see this structure, and I have sometimes I have questions because I forgot or I don't remember the mean, and I need to return and read the grammar again.
This is the right way to do it. Keep going back to the grammar.
Yes.
Go back, circulate, right? Try to listen. When you listen, pay attention. See if you can identify any occurrence. If you're reading, if you go back to the grammar and do more exercise, etc. Let's take a look at the rest of the exercise, and then I have an idea, something we can do next.
Okay.
So let's see now, exercise 2.
Write sentence.
Yes.
The present perfect simple.
Uh-huh.
You have dialed the wrong number.
Very good, dialed.
I have just read the book.
I have just
read.
Yes. This verb is a problem because the sound changes. The spelling doesn't change, but the sound changes. So we have to pay extra attention here. Yes. We only say read in the present with a fact, with a routine. I read every day. I have just read. Read, read. Good. And number 3?
They haven't answered my question.
Yes.
He hasn't spoken to me yet.
Uh-huh.
She has already finished her work.
So again, all these situations are important now. Why is the first one important now? You have dialed the wrong number.
Why?
Yeah.
Because the people is trying to dial to someone.
Yeah. So I have dialed the wrong number. I need to dial again. I need to give it a second try.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I need to do something now. What about number 2?
Wait, let me see the grammar again.
Okay.
With influence. I have just read the book.
Uh-huh. Think of a context, a situation in which this is important.
I finished the book now.
Yeah, this is recent because of just, right? It's just something that happened recently. And you're informing someone about this. For example, a teacher, right? If you're reading The Invisible Man, you can say, I've just read The Invisible Man, or any other book. Are you reading any books right now?
No.
No, not in English, in other languages.
No.
Okay.
No.
Articles. You can say, I've just read the article.
Yes, article, yes.
Right?
I'm reading a lot of articles in English, in Portuguese.
Yes.
But wait, about the structure.
Okay.
I have just read the book. The meaning is that I'm reading yet.
Number 2?
I finished it. No, I finished the...
You finished the book.
Okay, but I finished recently.
Recently, yes.
Okay.
And when exactly is not important or relevant.
Okay.
If it is relevant, you say, I read the book 2 minutes ago. It means you read the whole book 2 minutes ago. Okay?
Okay.
And number 3, why is it important now?
They haven't answered my question. Let me see. You say something and didn't have the answer about the question.
You are waiting for the answer now, right? You're expecting that.
Yes.
And number 4?
He hasn't spoken to me yet. It's similar. You spoke with someone.
You are expecting someone to talk to you.
Yes.
She has already finished her work. It's like number 2.
Yes.
It's similar, right? The difference is that we don't know that number 5 has finished recently. But the task is finished. A tarefa terminou, né? The task is finished. And already shows that it's within expectations. So there was a deadline and she finished before the deadline, something like that.
Okay.
So she already did that.
Okay,
let's see the questions.
Okay. It's so difficult, this picture.
Yeah.
Have you been to England yet?
Yes.
How often has she called you? Have the kids tied up their rooms? How often have you traveled abroad? How many letters has he written?
Has he
written?
Yes, written. How many letters has he written?
Written.
Okay, there are some different things here. Have you been to England yet? The answer, what's the answer to this question? Have you been to England yet?
No, I haven't been
to England yet.
Yet.
Or no, I haven't. Yes, I have. That's the answer.
Okay.
So
no,
there is nothing here connected to the time, because you don't even know the action happened. Have you been to England? No, I haven't. So why are you talking about the time if it never happened? And if it happened, have you been to England yet? Yes, I have. Then the next question is in the past simple. When did you go there? Yes.
Okay.
When did you go there? Because the action happened. Now I know. When did you go there? Last year. 10 years ago.
I think now I understand, because all the time you have a situation finished in the past, but you don't want to say when, or it's not important. You use the present perfect simple. The situation can be finished 10 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Or recent, or 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
Exactly. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So number 2, how often has she called you? What could be some?
The answer?
Yeah.
She have called me 3 times.
Yes. It means she has called me 3 times this week, for example, or she has called me 3 times this year. It means you don't know when exactly she called, but you know that this event happened 3 times.
Okay.
And it's important to remember that, because when you have a number like that, 3, 4, 5, we use the simple form, the present perfect simple, because this is not a continuous action anyway, in opposition to continuous, okay? Present perfect continuous.
Okay.
And the next one, have the kids tidied up their rooms?
No, they haven't.
Yes. No, they haven't. Yes, they have. So you're giving information, this kind of information, yes or no. If they have, you can ask a question in the past simple. Can you think of an example?
When did the kids tied up?
Yeah,
no,
tidy up.
No, but when you put the did, you don't put the verb in the negative.
In the past.
In the past, sorry.
No, it's tidy com Y, você tira o IED.
Tidy.
Okay. Aí é porque a pronúncia é um pouquinho
It's
difícil.
Similar.
Yeah. So in the past it's tidied up.
Tidied up.
And the base form is tidy up.
Tidy. Okay.
Tidy up, yeah.
Did the kids tidy up their rooms?
Perfect.
Okay.
Quer dizer, when, né? When did the kids tidy up their rooms? This morning.
Yes, when. Sorry.
This morning, that's okay. And the next one, how often have you traveled abroad? It's like number 2. How often have you traveled abroad? So
I have traveled abroad two times.
2 times. So these 2 times are generic. We don't know when.
Yes.
If I want to know when, I use the simple past. Can you give an example?
How often did you travel abroad? did you travel abroad?
How often did you travel abroad? It asks for the frequency, how many times. But you already said 2 times, right? How often have you traveled abroad? Significa quantas vezes você já viajou para fora do país. And you said 2 times. Agora, uma pergunta no passado simples, a question in the past simple, would be specifically about these 2 times that you traveled.
When?
Yeah.
When did you travel abroad?
Yeah. When was the first time you traveled abroad?
Okay.
No, these are examples. There are many possibilities here. These are just examples. Yes. Okay?
Okay.
And the last one here. How many letters has he written? What's the answer? What could be?
He has written 1 letter.
Yeah,
Just one letter.
Just 1 letter. Again, you have numbers. And with numbers, we use the simple form. Present perfect simple. Next time, if you want, we can review present perfect continuous. And then we'll see that this is an important piece of information. Okay?
Okay.
Nice. Do you have any questions?
No, I think now this structure is more, how can I say?
Clear.
Yeah, it's more clear for me. Yeah.
Present perfect is like that. You have to go back to it again and again and again and again. And each time you understand a little more.
Yes, of course.
A little more. Now, Raísa, I had an idea here. Let me see if I can. Yes. Open the New York Times.
Okay, wait a minute.
And type in your keyboard Ctrl F. Né, para abrir a pesquisa, né? Ctrl F. Okay. Peraí que meu. Okay, now type have.
Have?
Have, yes. Now, there are many occurrences here. Try to find present perfect examples here. Of course, they will not all be used in this structure, not all the occurrences. But sometimes, I have already seen a few occurrences here.
Have split, the first, how Trump and his administration have split is an example.
Where is it?
How Trump and his administration have split.
Você está no New York Times?
Yes.
Where?
The first.
Você apertou o Ctrl F, né? Escreveu have. Ah, tá. Não achei. Yes. Because there are others. Yes, I can see now. Yeah, exactly.
The first.
Yes. Have split. How
but
Trump and his
I don't know what is split.
Split is divide. Have split on Russia. What does this mean? How Trump and his administration have... Oh, okay, of course. Trump and his administration. Trump is on one side, his administration is on the other side in respect to Russia. Do you understand? Split means to divide.
No, I didn't know that. No.
Because Trump administration is the people in government with him, the people he chose to work with him in the White House, right? So you know about this, right? About the Russian controversy.
Okay.
Right? Because they think there was collusion and the Russians had an influence on American election, blah, blah, blah. So, and Trump, he really likes Putin. He's very close friends with him. But his administration seems to be thinking otherwise. So they have split. The topic is Russia. When we talk about Russia, it seems, parece, that they have split. They have different ideas. Divergent ideas. They have split. So this happened in the past. We don't know when because there isn't a fixed time anyway, right? So this action seems to have happened, and it's important now because people can't stop talking about this Russian thing. It's in the present. It's always in the present. But this is a very good example. But above this one, acima desse tem outro, olha.
Above, no.
Do
this phrase...
O artigo em cima desse tem, não? Olha, Russia. Você tá vendo esse aqui?
Russia warmed?
Could have switched off U.S. power.
Oh my God, where? No.
Não, tá parecendo. Essa parte tá diferente da minha. Esse é o problema de não dar pra compartilhar a tela. Mas tem problema não. Tell me other examples. Give me other examples.
Have been no.
There are many examples here.
Qual comes from. It's difficult phrase. Qual comes from chairman is said to have proposed take the company private.
Is said to have proposed. Isso aí é a voz até passiva, né?
Have proposed?
Deixa eu ver se eu consigo achar esse. Is said
to have proposed.
Não, engraçado, a gente não tá vendo a mesma coisa. A mesma página. Deixa eu voltar aqui.
Qual comes from chairman?
New York Times. Esperando pra clicar aqui. Vamos lá no have de novo. Have. É a mesma coisa, tá diferente, as páginas são diferentes. No meu, por exemplo, eu tenho assim, ó. Russia could have switched off US power. E power aqui é energia, tá? Quando a gente fala que tá sem energia, a gente tá sem power. There is no power.
Não tem isso aqui não.
Tá esquisito, por que não é igual? Acho que é porque eles têm muito refresh. Eles ficam dando um refresh o tempo todo. Vou pegar outro site. Vou pegar esse artigo. Because the present perfect is very common in the news. Because it's most of the time the news is about something that happened in the past and it is affecting the present. So it's super common.
Open some article in the New York Times and send me the...
Yes, of course. Why haven't I done that? No, you are going to choose. Choose a topic here. Take a look at the top. There is a horizontal menu.
Okay, wait a minute.
Business, opinion, science, health, sports. Choose one, choose an article, and send a link to me, of course.
Wait.
Hello, Pocket English.
Science.
Science.
Wait, let me see.
Tô totalmente sem ideia das vozes.
Okay. You send the link here. Okay, I send you.
Okay, nice. Oh yeah, Stephen Hawking. Oh my God.
Yes.
Tell me about this new science before we take a look at the... Did you know him? Have you ever read books by him?
Yes, I saw his. Wait. I have said no. I have saw.
Seen.
No, I have seen. Yes, I have seen.
Yes.
His video.
Excellent. Very good.
His film. Yes. I have seen. Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking was a famous scientist.
Yes.
He studied a lot about the black. How can I say?
Black holes.
Black holes, and he was a famous scientist because he had the ability of talk to the public, the normal public, difficult subjects, how the black holes, and he, with 20 years old, he, how can I say, he started to oh my God.
Develop this disease?
Yes, developed disease, Ella, and he started, his body started to lose the movement, and I think he get married 2 or 3 times. I don't know. He had some kids, some child, and although the disease, he never how can I say? Oh my God, this is difficult.
He never gave up.
Yes, he never gave up. Yes.
He never lost hope, and he found solutions for his problems.
Yes,
right?
He created equipment. I don't chair. a chair, and this chair could talk to him, and with the eyes, with his eyes, the chair started to talk, and he could communicate with the people.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he lived 6 years, I think.
Very long time, fortunately for us, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, he wrote many books.
Yes, and he teaches a lot, because sometimes we are in front of a problem, a big problem, a disease, for example, and the teacher
taught us.
He taught us, yes, he taught us that you never give up. Always, the life, until you have life, you have solutions for the problem.
Yes, and it's so interesting, because people who don't have this disease, for example, they sometimes they feel hopeless. They feel that, oh, there is no hope, there is no hope. And people with this kind of difficulty, persisting, right? So the persistence, the resilience, the determination, the gusto for life, and all these things made him have a very long and very, very good life. I guess he was very productive. He had a family, relationships, friends, super admired by other scientists.
Yes, and the I don't know, how can I say, the killing of this situation is that he died. He was born, or he died 300 after, I forgot the scientist. Did you saw this?
Einstein? No.
Yes, Einstein. Yes.
Okay. No, Galileo.
Yes,
Galileo.
yes.
So
I don't know if it's 300 after.
Yeah, read this paragraph here. There is a paragraph talking about this in the article, Raísa. The first paragraph.
Stephen Hawking, the English cosmologist and black hole maven, liked to say he was born 30 years to the day after how can I say? Galileo died. And he died on Wednesday, 139 years after Albert Einstein was born.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So he was born 300 years to the day after Galileo died. Yeah, he liked to say that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think this is very inspiring, don't you think?
Yes, so, yes, I think.
A lot of inspiration.
Yes. I don't know, but I think these famous scientists have some things in common.
Like what?
Like the day of the born.
Okay. So they're special people, right?
Yes, and the entire, no, in the wait, I put in translator, and the, oh my God, wait, and the intelligence.
The?
Intelligence, and the intelligence show. Yes.
Intelligence. Have you done the math? Maybe you were born after a famous scientist.
Oh my God.
So just to use this article here and test, let's see if we can find instances of present perfect here. So type again on your keyboard Control F and type have. Just 3. Yes. But there are actually...
As someone who might have contributed. As someone who might have contributed. Contributed.
Yes.
As someone who might have contributed in some small way.
Over the year,
It's the
over
first.
the years to this impression, I have to say, just the first. Yeah, this is present perfect. The construction here is not purely present perfect, because the might here shows uncertainty. As someone who might, so probably, may have contributed in some small way, blah blah blah. I have to say I agree, because it's the author. He can't be too. He can't brag about anything here, so I might have contributed a little bit. This is one instance. Is there any other? Let's see, there is a second one, which is a little similar.
Dr.
Hawking.
Dr. Hawking probably would have vanished into his own black hole a long time.
Yes. This is a conditional sentence. Can you see? Without that iron will, que é força de vontade monstra que ele tinha, ok? Iron will. É isso que eu quero para os alunos, para todo mundo, gente. Iron will. Frustrating as it was to even his best friends at times, Dr. Hawking probably would have vanished into his own black hole a long time ago. If he didn't show that, if he didn't have that iron will, he would probably have vanished into blah, blah, blah. So this is a conditional sentence. And we use present perfect. Actually, the construction here is would have, que é teria, and vanished, desaparecido, né? Então, this would be the first, second conditional. First, second, third conditional. Yes, would have vanished, teria. No, would have vanished the second or first. I would travel. I would have vanished. It's about the past anyway, because it's something that didn't happen in the past. He had iron will, and he didn't vanish. But this is a conditional structure anyway, just for you to see that it's possible to use this here. And the last one here is...
No, the last is have been called, but is a present perfect continuous.
No. It's not continuous because there is no present participle. Remember,
Yes,
present part. By the way, present participle is the ing form.
Yes, but have been another.
Yes, this is another voice. Another voice. So remember, from Portuguese we have two voices. We have the active voice and the passive voice. So in the active voice, the first part of the sentence is the agent, is the person who does the action. In the passive voice, the first part of the sentence is the object, what receives the action. So for example, if I say, he wrote a book, this is the active voice. He is the agent. He wrote a book. But in the passive voice, we begin with a book. A book was written by him. A book is the object, is receiving the action of being written. So a book was written by him. So here, there were, for example, what have been called the black hole wars. We don't know who call these things black hole wars. The subject is anonymous. It's like people in general, I don't know, some scientists. We use the passive voice when the focus is the thing, the recipient of the action. And black hole wars received this name from someone, which is not important here. So we use the passive voice. So this is the passive voice in the present perfect. So just to introduce this, because we haven't seen the passive voice yet. The passive voice is not a verb tense. Tá? Não é tempo verbal. The passive voice is just the order, the structure of the elements in the sentence. É só isso. Which means that the passive voice can be in many different verb tenses, which are, of course, connected with their active correspondent forms. If I say, he wrote a book, what tense is this? He wrote a book.
Simple past.
Simple past. To transform this, if I want to focus on the book, what I do is I use the verb to be in the simple past. So a book
was
written by someone, by him. And the main verb is always in the past participle. Because I'm telling you this because in a few more classes we'll talk about this passive voice.
Okay.
And so in the passive voice, what happens is that the main verb is always in the past participle. That means if it's a regular verb, it ends in ed. If it's an irregular verb, you have to memorize the third form. In that column, you have to memorize that. So, for example, written is the third form of write.
Okay.
And I know that the sentence is in the past because of was. The book was written. So, just an introduction to the passive voice here. Very nice. Raísa, now let's move on. Do you want to talk about something else? Tell us a little bit about air quality again, please. And I love the video. Raísa, I was thinking today that last year, when I asked the students to create an account on Instagram and to make videos, I remember that you were very reluctant and you took a long time to make the videos, and now you can't stop making videos, and you're sending the videos to competitions, to contests.
Yes.
This is so awesome. So awesome. Yes, this is freedom to do more things. Yes. So,
well, air quality is the subject that I work. And I started to work with air quality. I was in the graduate when I tried to do with the past perfect simple. No.
Or the present perfect.
Present.
Okay.
I have studied. No.
Yes, I have studied air quality for.
No, but not finished. No, I can use this one.
No. Yeah, because we talked about that, but we can use the present perfect. Even if the action is not finished. Especially with actions that happen repeatedly and actions I haven't finished. For example, I have studied English, present perfect simple. I have studied English for 10 years. I have lived in Belo Horizonte for 20 years. You know, the action doesn't have to be finished. This is one situation.
So I have been studied.
No, this is present perfect continuous. You can say, I have studied.
I have studied air quality for, let me see, 5 years, I think.
5 years, okay.
Yes, 5 years, yes. I started, they graduated, and what I did, air quality, it's so important because it's the air that you breathe. And air pollution is when the pollutants are emitted by the atmosphere or emitted by industries, soil, vehicles, animals, among others. And the quality of the air is important for our health because the air pollution can cause heart and lung problems.
Nice. Well, the thing itself is not nice, but the English is nice.
Yes. And I study this. I work with this in my company. I do air simulation. I simulate the emission of the industries, of the vehicles, and I can see the concentration of these pollutants emitted for the industry. Mineração. Mining. Sorry. Mining. I can see, for example, the concentration of the mining in the air, and this is important to the environment. Oh my God, I forgot the name. Environment organization. Important to the environment organization do the impact of this company, and when the company emit more pollutants, they can have the license operation suspended. Yeah. So I work with this. My master's degree is about this too. And in my master's degree, I study the influence of emission of the vehicles. And I'm studying softwares, models, air quality. Model. Oh my God, how can I say? Vehicle emissions models, and because these models are all created in the USA or in the European and we need to. I'm studying a way to validate these models to Brazil, and to be informed to the companies and environment organization use this model here with a good result. And
Yeah. And I don't understand much, so it's difficult to ask questions. But
it's difficult.
Yeah, but you're trying to adapt these models to our reality here, something like that.
I'm studying the result of this model here. For example, vehicles. I'm studying vehicles, and in the model you need to input with a lot of parameters. For example, the age of the vehicles, the fuel. What else? The meteorological conditions, and the more different parameters are the fuel. For example, the fuel in the Europe is so different in Brazil. Brazil, you use a lot of ethanol, alcohol. The Europe, no. So is this kind of these things that I'm studying to validate this model to Brazil, because there isn't a model validate to Brazil.
And we need one fast, right?
Yes. Is this? It's difficult.
No, but I love it. Every time you talk about this, you feel more comfortable. It's more natural, right? Because oh my God, again, let me talk about this again.
Yes.
And now you're structuring the sentences, the reasoning and everything in a very good way. That's very nice. Very
I recorded 2 videos about
Yes, and we'll record more in the future.
Yes.
Right, Raísa? Very
course.
nice. Very nice. Okay, so now there is this article. We can talk about this article. So if you open the document, it's right below air quality. I put there, I have studied, I have been studying. We're not going to talk about present perfect continuous today. So there is this entrepreneur link here. And when can you see the link on the document? Yeah. So it's that's the first. It's a random article. The first one I saw here, 10 personality traits of legendary entrepreneurs.
We saw this? No. Did
No,
you saw?
no,
Okay.
no. But can you see the article?
Yes.
Okay. So it says here, success begins by cultivating the mindset required to take risks and lead teams. So just a parenthesis here for people who are watching us. I usually, sometimes, depending on the student, and last year I did this more, but I really love these articles because they can be applied, right, Raísa? Most of them can be applied to students. The students are or have many of the characteristics that an entrepreneur has, right? So these are personality traits that a student could have too. So this is an example of an article, a very practical article that can be applied in our lives, and especially English students' lives. And teachers too. This is good for me too. I like because I learn a lot and I practice this. So here right away they already say that it's important to take risks and lead teams. This doesn't make much sense, at least in a private class. But anyway, let's see the traits. So what's the first one? Tell me if you understand, and tell me if you agree, and what else can you tell me? So number one is?
Open mind.
Open-minded?
Open-minded.
Yes. What does it mean to be open-minded? Do you know?
No.
What do you think? Because it's kind of literal here.
Open-minded is when you accept all the not accept, but you have open mind.
Yeah.
You
accept.
Yes, you accept. You talk. You
think about.
You hear the other people.
Yes.
You talk with them.
You consider.
Yes, you consider
new things.
Yes, is the phrase.
New things, yeah. You don't necessarily accept, of course.
Yes, of course. Yes.
But you think, you stop and think, because you have the narrow-minded person, the narrow straight, the narrow-minded person has more focus and doesn't have a broad view of things, right? And when you're open-minded, you, especially things that are new and different and strange, you pay attention.
Yes.
You pay attention to that. So being open-minded is good for they're going to talk about this, but for a learning mind. Just before we continue, they talked about mindset. Do you understand what a mindset is?
Mindset is like a target or no?
It's not exactly a target. It's the way you see the world.
Okay.
And the way you see things in life.
Mm-hmm.
So the scientists, they have been talking about these two mindsets. The growth mindset, which is you see life as, you see yourself as with many possibilities of growth. You can grow. If you make an effort, you can grow and you can achieve many things if you put in the effort. And the other mindset is the fixed mindset, which is you think you cannot, you were born this way, you cannot change.
Mm-hmm.
So in the growth mindset, you feel that you can change and you can grow and you can become something better. And in the fixed mindset, you feel that, no, I'm this person, I will never change, I will never learn English, I will never do this or that. And this is the fixed mindset. So when you're open-minded, it helps with the growth mindset kind of behavior.
Okay.
What about number 2?
Focused.
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 Yeah, the pronunciation. Actually, we're going to talk a little about pronunciation too. But this word here is focus, com som de A no final. Focus, repeat.
Focus.
Mas na hora de colocar no passado, muda para focused.
Focused.
Yes.
Focused.
Lembrando que a gente não fala esse E aqui. Focused.
Focused.
Perfect, that's it.
Focused.
This is also kind of straightforward. What does it mean to be focused?
Focused is when you are focused.
When you are focused,
the target.
Yes, you have a target.
Yes, you have
You
a target.
don't take your eyes off of that target a second. And nothing distracts you.
Yes, nothing distracts you, yes.
Especially if you have a path to follow. It's easier not to get distracted.
A path?
A path, a way.
Okay.
A path. If you have a path, you feel... Hi, Cida, how are you? A Cida tá aqui no Instagram. Tá faltando... Tá acabando, que depois eu começo de novo no Instagram a live lá. Então, focused. When you have a target and nothing distracts you, you're focused. How do you think this can... Do you think this is good or bad?
It's good. Because in the life or in the company, you have a lot of things that distract you. And when you don't have focus, you don't achieve your goal. You can achieve, but you waste a lot of time to do this because you are doing other things not important, like your target.
Yes. And nowadays, it's very easy to get distracted.
Yes, it's so easy. The social media distract us a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. Me, for example, oh my God.
Yeah, we have to learn how to use social media in the right way.
Yes, of course.
Number 3. What about number 3?
Influential.
Remember that they're talking about leaders here, right? So leaders should be influential.
Yes. Influential is like this. You influence someone and do something positive for the society, for the other people.
Do you think...
And be example to someone.
But do you think an influential person plans, decides, wants to be influential, or is influential naturally, like just by doing things?
Repeat it for me, please.
Yes. Do you think that an influential leader thinks rationally, I want to be influential and I will do this and this and that to be influential? Do you think this is something that is deliberate, on purpose, de propósito? Or do you think the person just does whatever she feels or he feels it's right, and other people are influenced naturally by this person? Do you understand? Or no?
Let me see. Yes, I understand. I think that the influential is natural, and the people that will watching them start to create this thing of influencing the another people. I don't know, but I think, for example, all the people that I see in the internet, for example, said that when they started, they never imagined be influential one day.
This is interesting.
Yes, and the people start to like it, and the other people become influential naturally.
Yeah.
I know.
Naturally.
But of course, there is a lot of people and that want to be influential in the internet. And it's not natural.
It's not natural.
They created this situation.
Yeah, this woman here, Sheryl Sandberg, she didn't recognize how influential she was. This is an example, just like you said before. She didn't know that, but she was, just by being herself.
You are influential now. You are influential with English and teachers. Yes, but yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it could be. I hope it can be in a good way. Teachers have this a little bit, right? The teachers, they usually do that. It can be.
But nowadays, all the people that use YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, name it like influential. No.
Yeah, those who have lots and lots and lots of fans and followers.
Yes.
And so on. Which is a bit controversial too, because there's so many things involved here.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's interesting, this thing, to be influential. Can you think of someone like a famous person, maybe in your area? Is there anyone that you think is influential in your area?
No.
Okay, the number 4 is willful.
I don't know what it is.
Let's see the example. Read this text here. Let's see if we can find out just by reading the text. So Jack Ma.
Jack Ma is worth roughly $35 billion, and yet before founding Alibaba, he was rejected
for
oh my god,
30 jobs.
Oh my
awesome.
God. I have chance.
Yes, you do have.
Okay, wait. Ma was rejected for a job at KFC.
Do you know KFC?
No, I don't know.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Do you know it's such an American chain that sells fried chicken, frango frito.
Okay.
So he couldn't work there. Where else?
He was rejected by Chinese Policy Academy, and he was rejected 10 times by Harvard University. Oh
he tried 10 times. 10 times. That's fabulous. And
being rejected frequently taught Ma determination.
Yes.
As a result of Ma's learning, willfulness, he was able to successfully launch Alibaba in 1999. Roughly 20 years later, the company is worth at least $406 billion. Oh my God.
$406 billion.
So willful is like a persistent
and determined. A person who has determination, who has persistence. Yes. So willful. This is so important. You can see, and there are many other examples like that.
Oh, of course. It's the phrase, I don't know say this in English, but you have a stars, and each, what is the name? The graus.
Step.
Yes, each step is oh my God, right?
Takes you nearer.
What?
Each step takes you nearer to your goal, maybe? I don't
Yes,
know.
yeah, near the top.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
it's this.
Yeah.
One day you are rejected, the other day you are accepting the better company,
Yes.
or you create a good, much better than. Yeah.
And this is where you need to be open-minded.
Yes, of
Because
course.
many opportunities, they appear from places you have never considered. You have never considered before, right? So being open-minded is very important. Okay, number 5 is modest.
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 Okay, modest.
Yes.
Warren Buffett, I think that's his name. Warren Buffett, he is a billionaire. And he lives in a modest house. He is a billionaire, and his lifestyle is super simple. I think he has a very simple car, just one. That's what I saw some other article. So you don't have to show off and to have an extravagant life and things like that. You can being modest, I think, helps you connect more with other people. I don't know. What do you think?
Yes, of course. I agree with you. When you are, some people become rich people, a rich person, and forgot the essential. I don't know, explain you, but
let's think about a Brazilian example. For example, Anitta. The other day I saw one of her videos. You know Anitta.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Yeah.
I know, but I don't know opinate about Anitta because I don't.
You don't know her much. You don't know her?
Yes, yeah. No, I know her, but I don't know. But I know that she did a lot of
plastic surgery.
Yes, plastic surgery, and he has a big house.
Yes, so she is influential. She is like a kind of leader.
Yes.
She's not. Do you think she's modest?
I don't know.
It's hard. We don't know her. We don't know her. Yes.
Yes.
I think in a way she is. Like the video I saw, she was sunbathing on the roof of a house in probably Rocinha or a favela in Rio, something like that, So it's a way to connect with her audience in a modest way. I don't know. It's complex.
I think she's. Now I'm thinking here, and I think he is modest because this. He has.
Hard to say.
He's so famous, and he entered in a lot of kinds of types of museum, but Anitta never forget his essential of funk, and she always sing music in the favelas. I don't know say this.
Islam, pode ser Islam, S-L-U-M, Islam.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a way, right?
Yes, but
show
it's
her.
obvious that when you receive more money, you want to buy a big house, you want to buy a lot of things. It's normal because the life is this. How many you receive, more you have.
The more money, the more you want to spend. Right?
Yes. And this isn't. No. How can I say this? Isn't. This isn't. How can I say? Oh my God, eu quero dizer que isso não é sinônimo de não ser modesto.
This is not the same. This is not the same as being modest.
Yes, this is not the same as being modest, but I think she is modest.
Yeah, it's difficult to. Well, it's not easy or simple. Number 6, self-reflective.
Self-reflective, always think about your life, your wrongs, your accepts.
Yeah, to see if the steps you're following are good, if you need to change something.
Yes, of course.
Right? Of course. They talk about meditation here. We have already talked about meditation. Yes. How do you think meditation can? Meditation is this actually, right? This kind of meditation. Do you think it helps us think about our lives?
Yes, of course. The life so running. I don't know. The life is running a lot, and with this we have a lot of things to do, and we forget to stop 10 minutes, for example, to think about our life, our necessaries, what we want, what we did, and the meditation is good for this, to self-reflective.
Yeah, also to clear the mind, because like you said, we live in this blurry life, so many things happening, so many distractions, everything so fast. So meditation helps us calm down and clear our minds, and then we can separate things and see clearly where we are going.
And learn about us. We don't know who we are.
Yes, exactly. Number 7 is process-oriented. Process-oriented. Instead, I think of goal-oriented. They don't talk about it here. But what do you think is the difference between a process-oriented person and a goal-oriented person?
Oh my God.
What's the difference between the process and the goal?
I don't know. Explain the difference.
The goal is the end. Is the end game. It's the last part of the journey. Process is the journey. Process is all the steps, the plan that you made. So here they say that there is a difference. If you just think about the end all the time, actually they don't talk about this, but this won't be as good as if you think about the way. If you enjoy the way, if you think about the process. And something that I hear a lot among the yoga teachers is trust the process. This is very important. Trust, confie no processo. Because we think about the goal, I want to speak English fluently, and we have a path. There are many paths. You can make your own path. There are many ways to reach this goal. But the problem is students, they don't trust the process and they just give up at different points of the path.
Yes.
So it's important to be steady and to trust the process here. Let me see if they say something. Yeah. So do you see do you think this makes sense?
Yes, of course. Yes, I agree. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's see the last 3 here. Charismatic.
Charismatic.
Empathetic. What is empathetic? An empathetic person.
I think empathetic person is a person that don't know nothing, don't say nothing. Is this or no?
No, a person who is empathetic feels the same thing the other person is feeling or something similar.
Okay.
So if you are empathetic and the other person is sad, you feel the sadness.
Okay.
And you feel sad too. And you know, so you care. It means that you care about people around you. If you can see the people around you, if you can pay attention to people around you and see, you know, how they feel, and if they're happy, if they're sad, if they're anxious, if they're, you know, this shows empathy. It's a connection.
Okay.
It's a connection. So these leaders are empathetic. I'm not sure about that. Good leaders should be, I don't know, leaders who are empathetic. Of course, they have to have some level of empathy.
Yes.
But you cannot have too much empathy.
It's difficult. You'll find some people
empathetic people?
Empathetic. Empathetic. How can I say?
Yes, empathetic.
Empathetic.
That's it. You think it's hard. Why do you think it's so hard to be empathetic for people in general?
It's difficult to explain, but I don't know explain, but it's difficult. You never see. It's sometimes maybe empathetic is more normal with families or friends. No.
No, it could be. It's like
family people.
No, like when you see, for example, today it rained a lot here in Belo Horizonte, and we saw the videos of the cars, right, rolling down the avenues in the flood. super high flood that was. So if we feel like, oh, I hope nobody died, or I feel bad for the people, who were there, this is empathy.
Okay.
Even if you don't know the person, it's a stranger.
Okay.
If you see a poor person in the street, you feel something there. It means you're alive inside. This is empathy.
Okay.
This is.
Okay.
So if you do something or not, this is something different. But the feeling is there. The last one is
Sorry.
That's okay. And the last one is daring. What about daring?
No, I don't know.
I'm going to simplify this. To dare is to take risks.
Okay.
Do you know? Can you give an example?
To create a company, for example.
Yeah, startup.
Yes.
Yeah, you're daring. Or to participate in a competition, in a contest.
Participate in a competition in English.
In English.
Recording
a video.
So daring.
That's daring. That's daring, and that's awesome and great. Very nice, Raísa. Okay, so this article is cool. We're done with the article. Let me see the time here. Let me refresh. If we it's already 8 p.m. Yeah, I was just going to do one more thing about pronunciation. Do you have time?
So. Yeah.
Let's stop here because we can do this other times again. We'll probably do that other times. Next time we'll talk about pronunciation more, okay?
Okay.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, Raísa, for being here today
with
me.
I like it. I love it.
It's cool, yeah.
Yes.
And thank you, people on Instagram, people on YouTube. A gente dá aula de inglês, aulas particulares, por Skype. As aulas são assim, mais ou menos. E é isso aí. Qualquer coisa é só entrar em contato com a gente, com a Érika ou com o Newton, Instagram, Facebook. Inscrevam-se no canal, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Facebook. A gente tem um podcast também, né, Raísa?
Yes.
Um podcastzinho lá, então a gente está para todo lado. Então entrem em contato, coloquem sugestões, comentários, com sugestões, com dúvidas, com sugestões de vídeos, de assuntos e tal. E é isso aí, a gente vai encerrar por aqui agora. Thank you again and see you next time.
See you, bye bye. Thank you.